Hey you guys, so I'm gonna do some gore for you, like a gory, like half mouth deal thing. I had never done it before, so I'm gonna try it out. I've never done prosthetic makeup or anything, special effects really. But I've been working at a haunted house, so I'm gonna perform in it and be a makeup artist. First time thing, it's really cool. One of the girls that I'm friends with from beauty school hooked me up with the opportunity, and I'm super stoked about it. So today I got to do prosthetic wounds, and the first one I did was this. It's like a fleshy, like burn wound, and it's really cool. Like there's a lot of like ridges, blisters, blood, and this is really hard to show right now. And then the second one I did was this. It's like a deep flesh wound, like really like gross and pussy. And so I'm super excited to do this because it's a new thing. I made some prosthetic teeth and for it, and with latex, liquid latex and toilet paper. And I have some things in here, just some liquid latex, foundation, all my makeup, wax, blood, shine spray, mold stuff, all that. So I'm gonna try this. I've never done it before, so hopefully it goes well. Also, I did a color remover from Pravana for my hair. I was gonna do my hair like a deep auburn, dark rich brown, but then I decided that I was gonna keep this because it came out like a dirty, like pastel-y thing going on, and I don't know, I kind of like it, so I'm gonna keep it for a little bit. So let's get started. This is gonna be new and interesting. Let's see, how can I set this? No. Usually I'd put it up on the makeup cabinet, but it's gonna be tougher than that. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see all of this. I'm gonna try to work in the mirror here. Okay. So first I'm gonna take my liquid latex. You want to start with a clean base. You don't want anything on your skin, and I'm gonna paint where I want these teeth to stick. Don't use this, by the way, if you're allergic to latex. This is flesh colored, so I mean it matches my skin tone kind of. So I just want to paint a thin layer on so that one can dry really well, and then you can start packing it on heavier. Depends what you're doing, work in layers. Pretty simple. We want this to be thick enough so I can stick the teeth to it and it'll stay really well. I'm not sure what I'm using right now. I'll type it in the info box, but my friend just gave me some like things to play with, some odds and ends until I can build a makeup kit, which I should be able to do soon, but it's expensive, so yeah. So that should be good. So my first piece looks like this. They're vampire teeth, but I mean, they still do the job. So I'm just gonna plop it right on there like that. And I can already feel how tight the adhesive is, like. And then once I put all the makeup on, you won't really be able to tell that it's vampire teeth, which you don't really want it to look like vampire teeth, but it's just so I can get my idea across and everything, so. And prosthetic pieces are reusable depending how you prepare them and all that. This I'll be able to reuse if it rips off nice and easy. So there's my foundation of teeth. So I want to form the makeup all around. I have primer I'm going to put on, my Urban Decay stuff, just on my lips because I don't want to put latex over my lips. Just to help me blend this in and get everything good to go. So I'm thinking just gory, nasty looking stuff. Can fill in some spots where there's spots that I want to hide right now. I can even take some wax, do it in a little tub, really thick and hard to use, so I just want to like scoop some out, warm it up in my fingers, roll it into a little pliable ball. And you could do that for like making blisters, but I'm not going to make a blister, I don't believe. I'm going to use this on the corner since the teeth don't connect completely on spot like I would like them to, just because, I mean, I cut vampire teeth apart and that's how I did it, so I mean. And you might want like a tool you can use to push it back up against your face. I don't really have any tools yet, so I'll just use whatever, because it's gonna stick to you because your body heat, and just want to like separate. So just kind of like get it to stick on there. It helps if you have adhesive too. The person that gave me the stuff doesn't really use adhesive, and you want to make sure you use it before it gets too gooey or else you're gonna have problems. That's good enough. Wax is very weird, feels very odd. So now I'm just gonna start the painting process. I don't really have like what I would prefer to be using for that, but let's make these teeth look nasty first. So I'm just gonna like add in some marks between the teeth with a eyebrow pencil. They're not gonna be too major, but enough to like do a little something. And then I can continue this over my lips too and make them look dirty. Might have to switch to my eyeliner pen actually. So I'll just do like thin black so it kind of evens out. So there, because we want them extended. And just kind of outline everything so you can see what's going on. And that's good since I'm only doing it halfway across. Obviously, if you had like lip liner or something, that would be better, but I don't actually. That's one thing I never actually have. So I can go in, I guess, with a little latex just to like fill in like on still my skin, maybe a little on my lip just to kind of even out the color a little bit, make it more realistic. And it wipes off pretty easy when it's still wet. When you take it off, you can just use makeup remover, or if you want, you can just peel it off. It comes off pretty easy. So So I'm gonna want to make the inside of my mouth right in through here like red and dark and all that. So you don't want to use your good brushes for this, by the way. Use synthetic ones, easy, cheap ones, so you can throw away, because there's no sense in ruining your good brushes to do prosthetics and all that stuff. So I'm just going to be using my normal big makeup palette. Make sure I clean my brush really good in between, but I kind of wet it down because I want that rich redness in there, so it's like pretty bright. So I'm going to go in where there's parting in the mouth. And you just want to layer and add different colors and keep adding whatever you feel should go in there. Put it. You'll never know what you get. So I'm going to frame it around the teeth too, because I want it to look like there's just intense redness. I could even use some red lipstick for this a little bit, like on my lip. I'll make it go through a little better. And put that over in there too. Could probably take it off with a brush and put it in there, but I mean, I can fix this later. Just even take a Q-tip and even it back out and just dab it in there. And I can even make this like dribble down my chin and stuff. I can do that at the end with some blood. Just kind of mark with some red shadow where I want that now, so it's kind of like shaded in, and we can have it like dripping down all over around and like that, and dripping down through here. Just kind of make it like a vicious thing. Feather it up a little over here so it's like where it came from all over. And mix different reds in there, get different tones, and I don't want it to be exact lines. I want it to be kind of messy. Okay, so that's a good enough start. Always have lots of tissue and stuff to wipe, just so you don't ruin everything. Add in here some like some markings, create edge. Kind of give it depth as you build everything up. You can't really see it too much now. It's just kind of sloppy, but you don't want it to be like too neat, because then it looks fake or uniform, and that's not what you're trying to do. It's dirty, messy gore. Okay. And that'll like bring out the lining too more, so it's like more like rawr. You can go in with some browns, kind of add in some stuff around back here, because the face is obviously not just going to be dirty right in that spot. So you can mix different things in, and you want to be careful about your latex and stuff. Well, not so much your latex, but more your wax, because certain waxes aren't flexible at all. And the last thing that you want is your prosthetics to fall off, you know, like during Halloween or something. You don't want that to happen. Some orangey brown colors in here, can add those in. Give different spots. Like I said, you just want to get like texture in there and show different things, because it'll be like, wow, like detail. So I could be like a fire person right now, like I got attacked by fire, and give myself monstrous hell-raising creature look or something. Obviously this isn't like something like too complicated and like, oh wow, but I mean, it's my first time. I'm just experimenting. I figured I'd share the experience with you guys, so because a lot of people were requesting, oh my god, like do a video like making something, because your pictures on Facebook today are like super cool and people wanted to see it. So I'm gonna add like some brown in here. It's gonna like frame around and like create like bring out all like bad features, like bags and like really sharp indented nose, but you want that detail in there. You want to see all that different stuff is gonna help create the effect of dirtiness and all that. So I can even go in with, I'm gonna use just one of these brushes, go in with the white and try to paint it really thick just over the teeth, since the latex I have is skin colored, and so that shows through the teeth because they're kind of clear, and we want the teeth to pop. You want that all to show. So you can just coat them some white shadow. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. And that'll help make red that we put on pop too, because you want all that to show in there. And see where the red already got on the teeth. I'll make it look like bloody teeth more so. It's a good foundation base for you putting your fake gore blood on, because it's expensive, and then you have like your base down, so you can be more creative with that. Get a little shadow like on your lining, you can go back in and just go over it a little bit without messing up the color you just added, and it'll help just touch everything up and make sure it's still good. Because you still want people to know that they're teeth. It's kind of harder in here, right where the latex meets the teeth, but that's okay, no big deal. Can still be done. Now we can add some blood in here. So it's like a jar. It's kind of old, so I'm gonna probably have to scrape a little bit, but it'll still do the job. It's really goopy. I just wanna if it wants to come out, there we go. It's really goopy. And take it with my fingers, I guess, and heat it up a little bit. Just try to like glob it and put it on there. There we go, it's starting to do it. like I said, I'm gonna get supplies soon, and I'll be able to do more, so it'll be fun. It's kind of like taking it off the post. It's gonna be harder to put on this part, but just because it's not, you can't be as rough just because it's not your skin, and you need your prosthetics to stay on for you. Some down over here. This stuff is really messy, by the way. Try to hold it and just drag some blood along, and so yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I'll post some pictures on the interweb so you guys can see a better view, because flash kind of helps the light, because it's hard to see. But yeah. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. Be making another video soon. But yeah, have a good Monday. I never make videos on Monday.